So yeah, I decided to quit my favorite drink on this planet. Quite literally, I love coffee. Like, everything about coffee is just awesome to me. From the aroma down to the taste to the energy boost you get from it, and I decided to quit it. And that's because I looked up online and I saw some video recommendations for me about people that have like quit caffeine, and I wanted to share my experience and my results with doing so. Because don't get me wrong, like I'm not the type of person that chugged like caffeine all day long so I could just stay focused and like energized and relied on it, because that's where a lot of the benefits come from a lot of people, because they literally chug caffeine like all day long and then they get a plethora of benefits like once they quit. I wasn't that type of person. I was drinking about like 2 pots of coffee every single day, and well, okay, that didn't last for as long as it did, but I was drinking 2 pots of coffee every single day for like a while, and then at that point I was like, I need to stop. So I limited it to just 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and at that point I was already addicted from like my huge caffeine intake. And you know, after years and years of drinking coffee, I just wanted to see what it was like. And yeah, there's been some benefits, but let me talk about the withdrawal symptoms first, because those were pretty interesting. I didn't get like really any bad withdrawal symptoms. The only one that I really got was an overall sense of feeling like a zombie. I didn't get much physical impact besides, like I said, feeling like a zombie in terms of fatigue. In that regard, though, there was a lot of mental effects that were associated with it. So I felt like I got a lot of brain fog, a lack of motivation, and just a general like my entire like schedule and everything just got thrown off of balance, and I couldn't focus. I didn't have like as much motivation. There's a lot of brain fog, so everything got thrown out of whack. And for like a week or two, I just couldn't do any productive or quality level work because I just had to take a break. I'm like, dude, I would wake up at like 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. sometimes, but I'd wake up around then, and then literally like 2 hours into the day, I'm ready to fall right back asleep. I would meet up with a close friend of mine, and they would look at me and say, dude, you look like a zombie. And I literally looked like this. Like, I would just sit there like with this extremely tired like look on my face throughout the entire day trying to get stuff done, and I just said, you know what, screw it, I need to take a break. I took like a break until most of those effects went away. So they went away about like fully like a week ago, but I would say in terms of like fatigue and lack of like motivation and function, I would say they kind of went away after like a week and a half to like the 2-week mark. And after that point I was like, okay, I can return like, you know, back to what I'm doing. But still though, that messed up my schedule so bad that I don't know, I might go back to caffeine at some point, but I want to wait longer to see what the more benefits are during the 2nd month, 3rd month even, and see, because I love coffee, and the only reason I mostly drank it was for its taste. I never drank it to actually focus on anything or gain levels of energy and relied off of it for my work. I just really thoroughly enjoyed like the taste, and I know I was still addicted to it, but nonetheless, that wasn't the purpose I was using it for, because I was able to function during times when I wasn't drinking it regardless. I just really liked a cup of coffee, and I started drinking them really fast after a while because I just loved it. And that's another big like mental effect actually that I experienced. Basically, like just the feeling of wanting to just look forward to my next cup of coffee. Like that's what would happen after I drank my 2nd cup every day. Literally like 2 cups of coffee. After I drank the 2nd one, I would just look forward until I can drink my next one. And that's what would have made me slip up every now and then and drink a 3rd one and have it impact my levels of or quality of sleep even more. And yeah, so I would really like wait until like the next day and look forward to that like morning boost. And that was on my mind pretty frequently. Now it's gone, so that's pretty neat. But yeah, so I didn't really get many like bad, like horrible, like withdrawal effects, really. I didn't get the headaches most people do. I didn't really feel dehydration. I just felt severe fatigue and loss of like focus and motivation in all of my areas. So in terms of the benefits though, the first one I want to talk about is a much nicer quality of sleep. This has been a blessing because I've suffered from insomnia in the past, but I don't think it was just insomnia from any condition in my head or any medical condition at all. It was more so insomnia from just, I guess, poor sleep hygiene, because with all that caffeine in my system, like I would sometimes drink like a cup of coffee at like 6 o'clock at night or even like later than that. And then that obviously would have impacted my levels of sleep. And I've tried different methods down from melatonin to even smoking weed in the past just to put me to sleep at night. And, you know, doing the like melatonin worked. It was kind of like give or take. But when it came to like smoking weed just to like put me to sleep, you kind of experience the same bad levels of sleep that you would when you go to sleep drunk. So I realized you didn't necessarily get anything of quality once you woke up. I still felt tired, and I was really lacking in that regard, and it affected me like greatly. So after I quit like caffeine and stopped like, you know, taking, I guess, different supplements, as you would say, for going to sleep and whatnot, like my levels of sleep improved drastically. It was great. Now I feel really refreshed when I go up to sleep. I don't really have trouble sleeping at all, and it's great. I love it. And another benefit has also been just consistent energy levels. So it's not okay, so basically this is what it would like have felt like if I drank coffee. So I'd like wake up, and then like I'd feel really sluggish, drink a cup of coffee, bam, I'm like up there, and then like I would kind of have this like energy throughout like most of the day that would slowly go down until I'm just tired and want to go to sleep. Now my energy levels look more like this. Like I'd wake up, do a little bit of a workout, drink a cup of water, not a cup of coffee, and then I would slowly go up, and then it would just plateau until like near the end of the day when I'd slowly start easing off. And then that was a really good benefit in my opinion, because I really like that I have more consistent energy. It takes more for me to get like severely tired, but I don't need like that quick boost. As long as I can get up like that fatigued, tired like feeling in the morning that we all experience when we wake up, and from there on it's consistent energy levels. Like I notice I have a bit more higher tolerance for, I guess, tasks that take my energy out of me. Whereas like prior with caffeine, even if I chug caffeine like while I was tired, I'd still feel tired, but I'd like be up and like focused, like ultra alert. It was kind of like weird, honestly. But yeah, so that was like one other benefit. Another benefit is my irritable bowel syndrome and my anxiety is also gone. Now I don't have much anxiety I do deal with. I'm talking about anxiety that when I would drink that caffeine and then it would give me the energy, I would basically feel like shaky a little bit of some like present anxiety that wouldn't like be an obstacle per se, but it was always present and annoying depending on the amount of coffee I drink. Like if I drank 1 cup, it wasn't necessarily there, but after I drank like any more at all during the day, it would be present. But yeah, other than that, there was, irritable bowel syndrome. So in regards to irritable bowel syndrome, pretty much I would need to use the bathroom every single time. Like I would drink like my second cup of coffee or like my first cup of coffee, and like some days it would just make my stomach feel like real like sick, like real bad like on the inside, and I didn't necessarily like that, of course, and then it would kind of stay present for like 30 minutes to an hour. And yeah, I guess like the acidity in the coffee was messing with like my stomach on top of the caffeine, so I don't know if that was a caffeine related issue as much as it was with coffee personally, but that was also gone, so it felt really nice not to have to deal with feeling sick after a cup of coffee anymore. I feel like I just don't need that cup of coffee anymore, which is really freeing and really nice, because I've had addictions in the past, and once you are just done with addictions, you feel a sense of freedom that like was difficult to feel before, and it's very refreshing to honestly feel that, because you feel like you're strong, like, you know, you've conquered something. Like you don't need to hold that like cup of or that mug of like caffeine or coffee or whatever it is you're drinking, you know. And it's really nice because now, since like I go throughout like my days not really thinking about like drinking a cup of coffee anymore, it's been very pleasing, and I like that I feel like more free in that regard. And it's kind of like a big motivator in the sense of like, okay, let's like, you know, cut more out of my life, you know. Well, more of it's bad, not necessarily cut stuff out for the sake of cutting out per se, you know, do it productively. And yeah, that's been a really good benefit as well, in my opinion. Otherwise though, since it's only been 30 days, I don't really think I've noticed like many other benefits per se. My organization in regards to my day and like my routine has like slowly like come back, and I'm able to piece that together. But yeah, I don't know, I might go back to coffee like once I see like how everything pieces itself together in like a month or two. But the only reason I would like to is because I just really like the taste of coffee. I did decaf for a little bit, but I wasn't able to find like good decaf beans quite yet, so that was they've been really disappointing so far. But I might, because I noticed that the difference now is when I drink decaf, if I try to drink a second cup after like 1 cup, I'm like, I don't even want to finish this, like it tastes so bad to me. But like I said, I'm not saying that good cups of decaf don't exist. I've had good really solid cups of decaf coffee when I've gone out to eat. It's just that I haven't found a bean yet that I like, so I'm still searching for that. Otherwise though, I think that's pretty much all I have to say for now. It's only been like 30 days, and I'm still waiting longer to see if there's any other good benefits and results, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted in that regard. Otherwise though, I really appreciate you guys sticking around to the end of the video. I've got some more videos coming up later this week, or next week, because this is pretty much like the end of the week, so my bad. But in regards to that, really appreciate y'all staying around, watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more content, or leave a dislike if you didn't enjoy it. You do you. But thank you guys. Catch y'all in the next one.